Alright, good morning everyone. We are here with break 379, another 25 Elite combo break featuring the 25 Elite Hobby Case as well as 25 Elite Priority and USA Box. Let me mute my phone. All the mums are upset about the rain and no Oztag this afternoon. Well, we'll see anyway. Our team list for today: Broncos, Brendon, Dahlen; Raiders, Andy, Lipton; Bulldogs, Harlie, J. Archer; Sharks, Taylor, Shillam; Dolphins, Darrin, Vassallo; Titans, Damon, Rowe; Manly, Mike, Kenny; Storm, Dan, Derksen; Knights, Dan, Derksen; Cowboys, Amelia, Campbell; Eels, Joel, McLennan; Panthers, Lauren, Plath; Rabbitohs, Brett Hudson; Dragons, Matthew Brown; Roosters, Michael Slattery; Warriors, Kevin Follis; and Tigers, Jack Lansley. Alright, there we are, all ready to go. Let's bring our chat screen up and our team list. There we are. Welcome to those already watching. We have our USA and Priority Box, which we'll be saving for last. Let's find out today's case card. Come a bit far forward today. It's a bit awkward. Alright. First one we've had in a break, number 14 for the Eels, Clinton Guffson. Found this one quite funny when we found it, with Zach Lomax being on the Dragons. Let's get these out and get into it. Break 391, all sold out. Team randomizer done, locked in. First two cases being broken Thursday. Super break featuring the 25 Elite Hobby Case as well as the Priority and the USA sealed case. What are the USA case cards this year? The Vegas header, the logos again? Yep. And there's no extra, is there a variant in the Priority or is it just a normal? There we go. Here we go. Moses in the reps. Moses in the marquee. Dream Buller, parallel for Tigers. Ruby Mojo. Cody Walker for the Rabbitohs. Number 40. Selwyn Cobbo, parallel for Broncos. Marquee Jerome Luai for the Tigers. New recruit Shabarsky for the Broncos. Vegas, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck for the Warriors. Max Plath, parallel for the Dolphins. Marquee, Kira Dib for the Cowboys. Gold Marquee, Payne Haas for the Broncos, number 35. Braden Trindle, parallel for the Sharks. New recruit, Ethan Sanders for the Raiders. In the Masters Series for the Kangaroos, Paul Alamotti, parallel for Panthers. In the reps, Romy Teasel. Parallel DCE for Manly. Dally M, Alafiana Khan Piera for the Titans. Eels, parallel checklist. Excuse me. New recruit, Chad Townsend for the Roosters. White Young Guns, Bailey Haywood for the Bulldogs, number 84. Palami Kickout, parallel for the Bulldogs. New recruit, Matt Arthur for the Knights. Vegas, Cameron McInnes for the Sharks. Leo Thompson, parallel for the Knights. Josh Kerr, All-Stars. Pink Diamond, Kennedy Sherrington for the Eels, number 60. Tyrone Munro, parallel for the Rabbitohs. Isabel Kelly in the reps for Jillaroos. Golden Age, number 80 for the Dragons. RTS, parallel for the Warriors. New recruit, Gutherson for the Dragons. 2 packets left for box number 1. New recruit, Lazarus for Storm. Dahlen, Olivia Koenig for the Roosters. Xavier Savage, parallel for the Raiders. Box 1, done and dusted. All good, mate. Keep an eye out. There's a good chance there may be another one. Dylan Edwards in the reps. Marquee, Angus Crichton for the Roosters. Adam Reynolds, parallel for the Broncos. New recruit, Adam Fanua Blake for the Sharks. Sapphire Mojo, Leo Thompson for the Knights, number 18. Dragons parallel checklist. New recruit Daniel Saifiti for the Dolphins. So am I. Yeah. Lauren Brown, Dally for the Titans. Adam Pompey, parallel for the Warriors. Marquee, Samaima Torfa for the Raiders. Gold Marquee, Keezy Apps for the Tigers, number 17. Bo Fermor, parallel for Titans. New recruit Stefano for Storm. In the Knights for the Masters series, Jamal Fogarty, parallel for Raiders. In the reps, Jessica Surgis. Black Young Guns, number 144, Lockie Galvin for the Tigers. Apasai Coruscant, parallel for the Tigers. Corey Pay, Ruby Mojo for Broncos, number 3. Zai Yo, parallel for Panthers. New recruit Jarome Luai for the Tigers. Vegas Blake Brayley for the Sharks. Luke Brooks parallel for Manly. Marquee Nathan Cleary for Panthers. Dally M Joseph Tarpanay for the Raiders. Scott Drinkwater parallel for Cowboys. New recruit James Fisher-Harris for the Warriors. New recruit Manly. I've just completely given up on trying to say his name. Vegas Xavier Savage for the Raiders. Jesse Ramian parallel for Sharks. Keely Joseph in the reps. Three packets left for box number 2. White Young Guns, Jamie Humphries for the Rabbitohs, 171. Parallel Marky Mark for the Roosters. In the reps, James Fisher-Harris. Parallel, Jerome Hughes for Storm. Alright. Box number 2 done and dusted. Straight into box number 3. New recruit Jarome Luai for the Tigers. In the reps, Olivia Koenig. Marquee Walami Kickout for the Bulldogs. Parallel, Jeremy Marshall King. Emerald Mojo. 11 of 11. Ethan Strange for the Raiders. Manly parallel checklist. Excuse me. Marquee Tommy Dahlen for the Cowboys. We have a Spotlight booklet number 22. Dylan Edwards for the Panthers. Murray Talagi, parallel for Cowboys. New recruit, Saitili Tupanua for the Bulldogs. Vegas, Tamika Upton for the Jillaroos. Jai Gray, parallel for the Rabbitohs. New recruit, James Fisher-Harris for the Warriors. In the Blues for the Masters Series, Dom Young, parallel for the Roosters. DCE in the reps. Vegas, Nathan Cleary. Ryan Pappenhausen, parallel for Storm. Stephen Crichton, parallel for the Bulldogs. New recruit, Daniel Saifiti for the Dolphins. Ruby Mojo, number 23. Cameron Munster for the Storm. Mitchell Barnett, parallel for the Warriors. Marquee, Zach Lomax for the Eels. Dally M, Harry Grant for the Storm. Out of the running for Dally M this year. Corey Pay, parallel for the Broncos. New recruit for Manly. White Young Guns, Max Plath for the Dolphins, number 39. Blake Brayley, parallel for the Sharks. New recruit, John Bateman for the Cowboys. Dally M, Millie Elliott for the Roosters. Dylan Brown, parallel for the Eels. In the reps, Keezy Apps for Jillaroos. 2 packets left for box number 3. Connor Watson in the reps. Pink Diamond, Harlie Brigginshaw for the Broncos, number 3. Liam Martin, parallel for Panthers. And that's the end of that. Box number 4. New recruit Blaze Talagi for Panthers. Marquee Kalen Ponga for the Knights. Tommy Turbo parallel for Manly. Excuse me. New recruit RCG for Titans. Adam Dewey parallel for the Tigers. Marquee Jack Whiten for the Rabbitohs. Black League Sensations number 1. Scott Drinkwater for the Cowboys. Jacob Sofiti parallel for the Knights. New recruit Matty Nicholson for the Raiders. Vegas Jackson Ford for the Warriors. Nathan Cleary parallel for Panthers. Lauren Brown reps. New recruit Marcelo Montoya for the Bulldogs. In the Blues for the Masters Series, Jamie Humphries parallel for Rabbitohs. Angus Crichton in the reps. Vegas Tiana Penatani for the Gillaroos. Dolphins parallel checklist. Sapphire Mojo Jaden Sewer for the Dragons, number 10. Will Warbrick parallel for Storm. Marquee Reece Welsh for Broncos. Dally M. Zach Lomax for the Dragons. Lachlan Ilias parallel for the Dragons. New recruit Isaiah Iongi for the Eels. Dally M, Abby Church for the Eels. Cowboys parallel checklist. In the reps, Kalen Ponga. Ruby Mojo, number 13. Cowboys checklist. Spencer Lenu, parallel for the Roosters. White Young Guns, Liam Henry for Panthers, number 19. Big Tino, parallel for the Titans. In the reps, Julia Robinson for Gillaroos. Second last pack for box number 4. Pink Diamond. Quincy Dodd for the Sharks, number 25. Matthew Tomoko, parallel for the Raiders. New recruit, Lewis Dodd for the Rabbitohs. Box number 5. Pink Diamond, Rakea Horn for the Tigers, number 56. Parallel, Jack Whiten for the Rabbitohs. Marquee, the Hammer for Dolphins. Vegas, Dane Laurie for Panthers. Daniel Saifiti, parallel for Dolphins. New recruit, John Bateman for the Cowboys. New recruit, Carter Gordon for the Titans. Vegas, Darrin Aiken for the Gillaroos. Sam McIntyre, parallel for the Cowboys. In the reps, Tommy Turbo for Manly. Marquee, David Fafita for Titans. Sandon Smith, parallel for the Roosters. In the Blues for the Masters Series, Joe Offengowie, parallel for the Eels. In the reps, Tamika Upton for Gillaroos. New recruit, Asaya Papali'i for the Panthers. Bulldogs, parallel checklist. New recruit, Zach Lomax for the Eels. Ruby Mojo, Jake Trbojevic for Manly, number 46. Keanu Kinney, parallel for Titans. RTS marquee for the Warriors. Dally M, Adam Fanua Blake for the Warriors. Ethan Strange, parallel for the Raiders. Lily Ann White in the reps. In the Knights, number 89 for the Masters Series SIG today. Jaden Sewer, parallel for the Dragons. New recruit, Jamie Humphries for the Rabbitohs. White Young Guns, Thomas Duffy for the Cowboys, number 178. Sanua Taruva, parallel for the Tigers. Reese Walsh in the reps. G'day, Jared. Dally M, Julia Robinson for the Broncos. Storm parallel checklist. 2 packets left for box number 5. Emerald Mojo, Sandon Smith for the Roosters, number 6. 5'8". Jersey number. Tyson Frizzell, parallel for the Knights. Lucky last for the box. New recruit, Saitili Tupanua for the Bulldogs. And that's box number 5 done and dusted, halfway through the case. Let's go with box number 6. Marquee, Tommy Turbo for Manly. Parallel, Harry Grant for Storm. New recruit, Hohepa for the Sharks. So Black Young Guns, Lycan King Togia for the Dragons, 132. Tom Gilbert, parallel for the Dolphins. Marquee, Payne Haas for the Broncos. New recruit, Aaron Clark for the Warriors. Vegas, Dylan Edwards for Panthers. James Tedesco, parallel for the Roosters. In the reps, Isaiah Yeo. Vegas, Corey Horsburgh for the Raiders. Ryan Madison, parallel for the Eels. New recruit, Chad Townsend for the Roosters. Knights in the Masters Series. Marcelo Montoya, parallel for the Bulldogs. In the reps, Jesse Arthurs. Parallel, Luke Metcalf for the Warriors. New recruit, Lazarus for Storm. Pink Diamond, number 10, Sheridan Gallagher for the Knights. Sebastian Chris, parallel for the Raiders. Marquee, Jesse Southwell for the Knights. Dahlen, Jack Bostock for the Dolphins. Tigers, parallel checklist. New recruit, Matt Arthur for Knights. Dally Am, Isabel Kelly for the Roosters. Clinton Gufferson, parallel for the Dragons. Payne Haas in the reps. James Fisher-Harris, Ruby Mojo, number 30. Alexander Brimson, parallel for the Titans. Fourth last packet for our sixth box. White Young Guns, Charlie Geimer for the Eels, 183. Kalen Ponga, parallel for the Knights. Kira Dib in the reps. Golden Marquee, Tommy Turbo for Manly, number 13. Jai Arrow, parallel for the Rabbitohs. New recruit, Shabarsky for the Broncos. And that's the end of box number 6. Let's go box number 7. In the reps, Quincy Dodd. Our BD for today, well, for the hobby case, number 4, Molly Olika R2 for Manly. It's Manly Mike Kenny today. Parallel, Jermaine Hopgood for the Eels. New recruit, Marky Mark for the Roosters. Gold Marquee, Big Papa for the Raiders, number 69. No, 89. Jacob Preston, parallel for the Bulldogs. Marquee, Big Tino for the Titans. Dally M, Tiana Penatani for the Sharks. Valentine Holmes, parallel for the Dragons. Vegas, Brendon Trindle for the Sharks. Chance Nico Klokstad, parallel for the Warriors. New recruit, Valentine Holmes for the Dragons. Knights in the Masters Series. Ben Hunt, parallel for the Broncos. New recruit, Adam Fanua Blake for the Sharks. In the reps, Harry Grant. Renato Molitalo, parallel for the Sharks. Ruby Mojo, Lachlan Elias for the Dragons, number 48. Gerald Skelton, parallel for the Tigers. New recruit James Schiller for the Knights. Okay, I haven't seen that before. I'm assuming that was just the beginning or the end of the foil sheet. Black Young Guns, Chevy Stewart for the Raiders, number 85. I'm not going to lie, I was a bit excited then for a minute, thinking there might have been a golden ticket or something in there. James Schiller, parallel for the Knights. Marquee, Joseph Tarpanay for the Raiders. Vegas, Jamal Fogarty for the Raiders. Corey Horsburgh, parallel for the Raiders. Jamie Chapman in the reps. Dally M. Angus Crichton for the Roosters. Rabbitohs, parallel checklist. Yep, we're good. New recruit Ben Hunt for the Broncos. In the Broncos spot, thank you. I did that the other week with Black Diamond, a Black Young Gun too. Marquee, Isabel Kelly for the Roosters. RCG, parallel for the Titans. New recruit Stefano for Storm. Yeah, no, I'm tipping it was just, I don't know, like the tape or something on the beginning of the roll. White Young Guns, Kai Pierce Paul for the Knights, 180. But it was exciting for a second there, thinking that we've hit something massive. Because that was definitely my first thought. Isaiah Katoa, parallel for the Dolphins. I was even trying to play it cool, thinking that we were going to hit something big, like, oh yeah, this is nothing. Harlie Brigginshaw in the reps for the Jillaroos. And that's another box done and dusted. Box number 8. Marquee, Ryan Pappenhausen for Storm. Reed Marnie, parallel for the Bulldogs. New recruit Aaron Clark for the Warriors. Roosters parallel checklist. In the reps, Patrick Carrigan. I'm hitting plenty of parallels, but not much else. Where are you? Hopefully, we've still got basically 5 boxes to go, Darren. So hopefully we can fix that, mate. Tegan Berry marquee for the Dragons. In saying that, Rabbitohs yesterday, lucky they hit the Master Series thing because they got nothing in the break at all. Hudson Young, Vegas for Raiders. Xavier Coates, parallel for Storm. New recruit Hohepa for the Sharks. New recruit Carl Lawton for the Cowboys. Dally M, Casey Array for the Dragons. Zach Lomax, parallel for the Eels. Dally M, Master Series in the Knights. Tyrell Sloan, parallel for the Dragons. In the reps, Zali Faye. White League Sensations, number 42. Ben Hunt for the Broncos. David Fafita, parallel for Titans. New recruit Jazz Tavega for Manly. Golden Age, number 16 for the Panthers. Kale Iro, parallel for the Sharks. Marquee Nico Hines for the Sharks. Dally M, Nico Hines for the Sharks. Isaac Tago, parallel for Panthers. In the reps, Avania Elite. Ruby Mojo, number 12. Marcelo Montoya for the Bulldogs. Reece Walsh, parallel for the Broncos. New recruit Sanua Taruva for Tigers. White Young Guns, Jack Howarth for Storm. Number 3. Amoli Olaka-Atu, parallel for Manly. Oh, excuse me. Sculled a coffee just before. I think I actually went live and then went and sculled the coffee. It's been repeating on me ever since. Jack Whiten, reps. I think I need another one to wash it down. New recruit Kuli Kefu for the Dolphins. Two packets left for box number 8. Vegas Isaiah Yo for Panthers. And Harlie parallel for the Warriors. Sapphire Mojo. Number 7. Tommy Turbo for Manly. And Tommy Darrin parallel for Cowboys. Alright, 4 boxes left for the break. We have our 2 hobby plus our USA and priority. Let's keep going. Second last box from the case. Box number 9. In the reps, Kennedy Sherrington. Parallel, Payne Haas for the Broncos. New recruit, Jazz Tavega for Manly. Dally M. Stacey Awaka for the Broncos. Lachlan Galvin parallel for the Tigers. Sapphire Mojo. Number 16. Adam Pompey for the Warriors. Sharks parallel checklist. Marquee, Big Papa for the Raiders. Marquee, Golden Tedesco for the Roosters, number 10. Parallel, Dylan Edwards for the Panthers. New recruit, Sanua Taruva for Tigers. New recruit, Lewis Dodd for the Rabbitohs. In the Masters series for the Blues. Ruben Garrick, parallel for Manly. In the reps, Ben Hunt. Vegas, Jessica Surgis for the Gillaroos. Jackson Purdue, parallel for the Cowboys. New recruit, Carl Lawton for Cowboys. Ruby Mojo, number 27, Liam Martin for Panthers. Jack Williams, parallel for the Eels. Vegas, Aaron Clark for the Warriors. Campbell Graham, parallel for the Rabbitohs. Jaden Campbell in the reps. White League Sensations, number 49, Dylan Edwards for the Panthers. Panthers definitely doing alright today. The Hammer, parallel for Dolphins. Marquee, Liam Martin for Panthers. Dally M, Jerome Hughes for Storm. Bronson Sherry, parallel for the Bulldogs. Marquee, Teddy for the Roosters. Bradman Best, parallel for the Knights. New recruit, Marcelo Montoya for the Bulldogs. 3 packets left for box number 9. New recruit, Cooley Kefu for the Dolphins. White Young Guns, Samuel Stone Street for the Sharks, number 7. James Fisher-Harris, parallel for the Warriors. Yasmin Clydesdale in the reps. And that's box number 9 done and dusted. Last box of the case, third last box of the break. Sapphire Mojo, Nico Hines for the Sharks, number 4. Parallel, Jacob Little for the Dragons. New recruit Zach Lomax for the Eels. Vegas Chanel Harris Tavita for the Warriors. Milwaukee Photo Ika parallel for Titans. In the reps, Samima Torfa. Marquee Valentine Holmes for the Dragons. Golden Age number 41 Gary for the Dolphins. Joseph Tarpanay parallel for the Raiders. New recruit Jamie Humphries for the Rabbitohs. Dally M. Kimberly Hunt for the Dragons. Jesse Arthur's parallel for the Broncos. And the Kangaroos for the Masters Series. Jerome Luai parallel for the Tigers. Dane Gagai in the reps. New recruit Clint Gufferson for the Dragons. Knights parallel checklist. Our spotlight patch number 34. Jack Bostock for the Dolphins. Ruben Cotter parallel for the Cowboys. Marquee Adam Fanua Blake for the Sharks. Ruby Mojo 47. Xavier Savage for the Raiders. Parallel Jake Trbojevic for Manly. New recruit Carter Gordon for the Titans. Dally M. Stephen Crichton for the Bulldogs. Angus Crichton parallel for the Roosters. New recruit Isaiah Papali'i for the Panthers. Vegas Adam Fanua Blake for the Sharks. Panthers parallel checklist. In the reps, Shannon Mato. White Young Guns, Jacob Laban for the Warriors, number 204. Eliza Katoa, parallel for Storm. Cameron Murray in the reps. 2 packets left for the case. Marquee Keezy Apps for the Tigers. Cameron McInnes, parallel for the Sharks. New recruit Ethan Sanders for the Raiders. Alright, that's our case done and dusted. We will get straight into our USA box. Casey Ray, Dally M for the Dragons. Adam Pompey, parallel for the Warriors. In the reps, Samaima Torfa for the Jillaroos. Marquee, Zach Lomax for the Eels. Adam Reynolds, parallel for the Broncos. Stars and Stripes, Lehe Hopawate for Manly. Number 13. New recruit Valentine Holmes for the Dragons. Vegas, Aaron Clark for the Warriors. Jesse Ramian, parallel for the Sharks. In the reps, Shannon Mato. White League Sensations, number 66. Val Holmes for the Dragons. Isaiah Yeo, parallel for Panthers. New recruit Maddie Nicholson for the Raiders. Ruby Mojo, Marcelo Montoya for the Bulldogs, number 15. Same. Luke Brooks, parallel for Manly. marquee Tommy Dearden for the Cowboys. Sapphire Mojo Tommy Turbo number 22. Dragons parallel checklist. Daly M. Nico Hines for the Sharks. Scott Drinkwater parallel for the Cowboys. New recruit Regan Campbell Gillard for the Titans. White Young Guns Sione Finau for the Dragons. Number 18. Marky Mark parallel for the Roosters. In the reps, Cameron Murray. Marquee Keezy Apps for the Tigers. Vegas, Jessica Surgis in the Jillaroos. Apasai Coruscant parallel for Tigers. And Golden Marquee, Tiana Penatani for the Sharks, number 84. Bo Fermor parallel for Titans. New recruit Asaya Iongi for the Eels. In the Kangaroos for the Masters Series, Jamal Fogarty parallel for the Raiders. Fourth last packet for our USA. In the reps, Dane Gagai. Our Super Boot for today, number 51, Thomas Duffy for the Cowboys. Jerome Hughes, parallel for the Storm. Stars and Stripes, Marcelo Montoya for the Bulldogs, number 12. New recruit Blaze Talagi for Panthers. And last packet for the USA. New recruit Marky Mark for the Roosters. Alright, up to our last box of the break, our priority. New recruit, Shabarsky for the Broncos. Vegas, Jesse Ramian for the Sharks. Dolphins, parallel checklist. In the reps, Lindsay Collins. Marquee, Nico Hines for the Sharks. Number 7. Is it 7? Yep. Jersey number. He's got Sharks. Taylor Shillam. Zach Lomax, parallel for the Eels. New recruit, Chad Townsend for the Roosters. Dally M. Adam Finua Blake for the Warriors. Reed Marnie, parallel for the Bulldogs. In the reps, Shanice Parker. Ruby Mojo, number 49. Ethan Strange for the Raiders. Harlie, parallel for the Warriors. In the reps, Xavier Coates. Vegas, Liam Martin for Panthers. Tyrell Sloan, parallel for the Dragons. New recruit, Clint Gufferson for the Dragons. Reece Walsh, parallel for the Broncos. Marquee, Valentine Holmes for the Dragons, number 9. Dally M, Julia Robinson for the Broncos. Kale Iro, parallel for the Sharks. And we have a spotlight patch, number 93. Stefano Utikamanu for Storm. Roosters, parallel checklist. New recruit, Asaya Papali'i for Panthers. Masters Series in the Blues. Xavier Coates, parallel for Storm. New recruit Ethan Sanders for the Raiders. Priority Young Gun, number 18 of 18, Chevy Stewart for the Raiders. Isaac Tago, parallel for Panthers. In the reps, Millie Elliott for the Jillaroos. 4 packets left for the break. Pink Diamond, number 44, Keely Joseph for the Broncos. Parallel Hamoli Olaka R2 for Manly. 3 packets to go. New recruit Carter Gordon for the Titans. Emerald Mojo, 11 of 11. Moaki Fotowaika for the Titans. First numbered hit for the Titans today. Tommy Darrin, parallel for the Cowboys. And our lucky last pack for the break. Priority Marquee, number 7. Valami kick out for the Bulldogs. Alright, so we have 2 randomizations to do today. One of them being our Jillaroos cards in the reps and the Vegas. And secondly is our Master Series cards. We have our 12 unsigned and we have our Knights signature number 89. So let's flick over and find out who our lucky winners are today. Alright, everyone is in and loaded, ready to go. 3 times, number 1, number 2, and lucky last, number 3. Andy Lipton with the Raiders for the Jillaroos cards. Alright, let's reset for our, nope, that's the wrong one. There we go. Alright, 3 times around the merry-go-round. One more time for the Masters Series cards. There's number 1, there is number 2, and here is number 3. Zach Lensley with the Tigers. Alright guys, well that is it. That is all for this one. Thank you all for joining me and being a part of it. Hope to see you all again tomorrow with the next one.